You're watching Rogers TV.
Hey, welcome to the show on this Friday. Don't adjust your set. We're not in the kitchen. We're not doing a demo to kick off the show today. We're in a relaxed atmosphere to kick off the show. It is Friday after all. Really excited to talk about this initiative. It is called Icons of the ByWard Market, and this is an initiative started by a good friend of the show, Catherine Landry. She shops local, Ladies Who Lunch, one of the greatest champions of local businesses that Ottawa's ever seen as far as I'm concerned. And two of the champions joined me on the show today because they decided they wanted to get on board. I'm joined by Stacey Stewart, photographer with Star Brand Photography. Welcome.
Yep.
Great to have you here, Stacey.
Nice to be here.
And Brenda Hollingsworth, lawyer and owner of OJ Hollingsworth Injury Lawyers. Welcome to you as well.
Thanks
Great to have
very
you. Brenda, I'll start with you because you decided, when you heard about this initiative, you wanted to jump on board. And tell me why. What stood out to you with this initiative?
Well, I've always loved the ByWard Market. I grew up in Ottawa and spent a lot of time there. I think you and I are the same age, and spent a lot of time there in the 80s especially, and always loved it, and then drifted away from it.
Right.
And maybe it was big box culture, I'm not sure. But, we started to hear about stores closing, how challenging it was for shopkeepers. Catherine had this idea, needed a sponsor, and I thought it sounded like a good fit.
Nice. How about yourself, Stacey? How and why did you get involved?
Yeah, well, Catherine, I've photographed a few events for Catherine before, and she really liked what I did, so she came up with this amazing idea that we would go in and speak to different business owners in the market and get a really good representation of them, and just show everybody who is in the ByWard Market now. Like, things are always changing, and over the last couple of years, it's not been very good in the market for business. So
for sure, and for many reasons, right? I know the pandemic, of course, being probably the starting point to discuss it, Brenda, and then of course federal workers not going back downtown, and then this has been a big there's a bit of a conflict there because federal workers are saying, you know what, I love the work-life balance, and then at the same time you have businesses that pretty much opened up because they had those those federal workers down there as well, right?
Right. And one of the shopkeepers from Stunning, which was one of the stores that we visited, sort of told us about how people, since the pandemic, are kind of on autopilot a little bit. Even if you go to the market, you have the two places that you go every time, and then you get back in your car. And you don't notice the little shops that you've never been in before. You just walk by them. So part of this initiative is about getting people to actually notice what's there and take a step in. Yeah,
and there's other challenges that, we're not going to get into that today because I think we all know, they're working on this, this plan to try to revitalize the ByWard Market. And there's a lot of issues around the ByWard Market. But the most important thing we're doing today is kind of that call to action, right? To make sure that people go back down there and support these local businesses. So you have visited how many so far?
We've been to 7 businesses so far.
Okay.
We are aiming for 10. We've got 2 more lined up for next week. We were supposed to have them yesterday, but the snowstorm kind of prevented us from doing that. So we're going to do 10 in total.
I was saying to Stacey, by the way, she's such a fantastic photographer. I sent the photos to our director, Dave, and he was going through them. He went, my good, who took these pictures? They're absolutely fantastic. So let's show off some of those fantastic pictures and some of those local businesses. I'll ask them to bring some up, and we can talk specifically to some of these businesses. Who is this, Brenda?
This is Frou Frou by Pat, and that's Pat there. She is the owner, and she is spectacular. The shirt I'm wearing came from that store. Is
that from Frou Frou?
Yeah, my Depeche Mode shirt.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and she's just amazing. She's got an eye. And what she said to us was she likes the idea of champagne on the top and beer on the bottom.
Nice.
So you kind of glitz up your upper body and ripped jeans, everything goes, I am.
Love it.
Yeah.
There you are checking out some. And that's in a great little strip, with a couple of other really, really unique, kind of eclectic little boutiques along that strip, if people haven't been. And it's so colorful from the outside moving inside in that strip.
It's a cute little yellow shop.
Speaking of eclectic, Stacey, do you want to touch on this one? My wife and her best friend just visited this place, and it's so beautiful inside.
It's amazing. This is Michelle from Lux Flower Bouquet, or sorry, Lux Flower Cafe, and she has a combination of florals that you can purchase, as well as drinks and cocktails and teas and goodies, and the back wall, which is a feature. It's very Instagrammable, everyone's always in there taking photos against that beautiful flower wall that's just inside.
You can just see it on the right-hand side.
There. And also in the summer, she decorates the whole front with flowers as well, where the wire is up there, and she's putting out some bistro tables this year, so you can actually sit outside. But it's amazing, and she's so lovely.
I recognize this lady here, but I'll throw this to you, Brenda. Shad's been there for a long, long time down in the ByWard Market.
So that is Chantal, and she is spectacular. Her store is beautifully curated. I read it somewhere that she loves Danish design, and I think that's what's inspired the layout. It doesn't get much more spectacular than that. But if you shop there, you can look like that.
Yeah, exactly. And really, I mean, she has the latest fashions. When you say curated, you are not going to find any of these pieces in another place, probably in the entire city. I love this lady. Maybe Stacey, you'd like to talk about Mandy here.
Yeah, Mandy, she's a firestorm. When you go into
That's a great way to describe Mandy, for sure.
Shop is very kind of undescript from the outside. You have to look and see. And she's got a little sign out there that says, what does it say?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
And when you go in, it's a small space, but it's very eclectic, and it has all kinds of colorful things. And Mandy says she doesn't bring anything into the shop that she wouldn't wear herself.
Right.
So I bought a fabulous pair of pants from there. I almost wore them today, but I've been wearing them a lot, so I feel like...
Understood. Understood.
I bought what she's wearing there.
Oh, really? Oh, amazing. Who do we have here?
This is Katie. And you know what? Her partner's name is escaping me.
Okay.
But this flower to the people.
That's right. Flower to the people. Great name for a business.
It is so great. And that store is beautiful. It's blue and greens, and the flowers are different. They're hand-tied bouquets wrapped in black paper. You can also get plants and pots. It is
all kinds of accessories in there for
really nice.
Yeah, they're a Vanity, another great spot. I'm just going to ask them to keep continuing here because we've got with a minute left, Brenda. Maybe just that call to action. Tell me, the importance of supporting local business is what we're really talking about.
It's actually easy to go to the ByWard Market from anywhere in the city. There's the King Eddie. Anywhere in the city, you can get to the ByWard Market. There is parking. It's easy to go to these stores. You'll get things that you won't see anywhere else. You won't go to a party with the same outfit as everybody else.
That's true,
which has happened to me. It would not happen to you if you shopped there. A lot of what I'm wearing, these jeans, this necklace, this top, 3 different stores in the market.
Nice.
And it's just been great.
Well, I live literally maybe a 10-minute bike ride, and I'm telling you, people always talk about the safety and everything. I have never felt, that my safety was in jeopardy. Honestly, go down, visit the ByWard Market. They need your help. We'll be back with more right after this.